Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're checking out Fallen in Reverse, Popular Monster. This was one that was highly suggested to me from the Watch the World Burn video that I did. So I'm excited to get into this one. Fallen in Reverse, y'all told me that the lead singer or the primary writer is Ronnie. And I really love his like writing style, and I like how he portrays what he's feeling and everything. And honestly, I do it, gospel musician reacts, you know what I'm saying? So, I speak from a musician and a Christian's perspective. I'm no preacher by no means. I'm just a regular dude that's just a Christian. But it seems like in a lot of his, the Watch the World Burn stuff, there was themes of, it seems like he had conflict with church and conflict with, God and everything like that. So I'm interested to get more into the backstory of Ronnie. And because he seems like, I looked into some people were telling me in the comments about some of his past, and I kind of looked into his history, and it seems like he's a person that is really like, it seems like he's a good guy, but he battles with so many demons that you never know how it could turn out. So anyways, I'm interested to get into more of this, so I'll just leave it at that. And one quick plug would be to check out the Discord. I don't know if I said this or not, but please check out the Discord. The link to it will be in the description below. We have a good time in our community. Everybody supports each other. Everybody, we have a lot of talented people in our community, and everybody shares their poetry, their writing, their music, stuff like that. So it's sick. So if you're interested in being part of a fun community, join the Discord. With that said, let's jump on into Popular Monster. Make sure I got this bad boy turned up. Ooh. Courtroom.
I wake up every morning with my head up in a daze. I'm not sure if I should say this, I'll say it anyway. Everybody tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. I don't know if it's a phase, I just want to feel okay. Yeah. I battle with depression, but the question still remains. Is this post-traumatic stressing, or am I suppressing rage? And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a phase, I just want to feel okay. Oh.
Okay, so right now he's talking about doctors. You know what I mean? Doctors kind of like not misdiagnosing him, but like they're not wanting to help him. You know what I mean? And it seems like even people in my community have mentioned stuff like this to me, that like it seems like they have had a hard time with doctors. So it's interesting how many, like, we've done a lot of Ren on the channel. For those of you that may not have heard of Ren, I recommend checking him out. But he has had a lot of problems with doctors in his life, and it's amazing how that goes. And I'm assuming right this second he's talking about a therapist, since he's talking about stress and all that stuff. So anyways, this is interesting. And the visuals is crazy.
Traumatic stressing, or am I suppressing rage? And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a phase, I just want to feel okay. Okay, yeah, I struggle with this bullshit every day, and it's probably because my demons simultaneously rage.
Okay, so see, he said he battles with his demons, or he battles with this every day. Is probably because his demons simultaneously rage. That's kind of like what I was saying at the beginning. It seems like he has like a spiritual battle going on within himself. Like, it seemed like people were telling me in the comments that he is an atheist. And it seems like, to me, like from what I've heard and what people has told me about him, it seems like to me he's more agnostic. So I could be wrong, but it seems like the stuff that he says, he like speaks on, like talking about demons and stuff like that. And I know demons can be like, like a term used for multiple different things, but it seems like that's like what he speaks on, that kind of stuff a lot. And, like with the religious thing, like with the Watch the World Burn, like in the church and all that kind of stuff. Like, it just seems like he has like something, he has some kind of connection to church and religion that I think would, the more I get into his music, the more I'll learn more about it. But I feel like he's more agnostic than he is atheist, because it seems like there's a chance for him to actually believe, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. I'm not, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Every day, and it's probably because my demons simultaneously rage.
Oh yeah, see the rap rock. Yep. See, he's a liar, he's a cheater, he's a non-believer, right? So that's basically saying like he, confirms the thing that y'all were saying about him being an atheist. But like I said, like he's speaking about that right now. You know what I mean? He's speaking about being a non-believer, which makes me think that someone that is like, it's not like he's saying don't believe. He's just saying that he has a hard time believing. That's what it seems like from the things that I've heard so far, which I've only heard. This is the second song I've heard so far, but just from what y'all have told me in the comments, because like y'all educate me thoroughly whenever we finish a song, first time listening to somebody, y'all educate me thoroughly on everything. But anyways, that's just the vibe that I get, that he's like a person that is in a spiritual battle. And I personally don't think that he's an atheist. I think that he's more agnostic. Of course, there may be an interview where he straight up says he's an atheist. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like from his music, it seems like he has a deep interest in faith, considering he's a atheist. You know what I mean? Love the music.
I think I'm going nowhere like a rat trapped in a maze. Every wall that I knock down is just a wall that I replace. I'm in a race against myself. I try to keep a steady pace. How the I escape if I never close my case? Oh my God, I keep on stressing every second that I wait.
Okay, so like he just said, how can I close the case, or how can I get past this when I can't close the case, or something along those lines? And really, I think that like somebody like I said, okay, from the Christian gospel reacts perspective, I think that, like I said, he's a person that's struggling with he's battling with his faith right now. He's having a spiritual battle, as they say. And usually people that can make the biggest impact usually have the biggest spiritual battles. Like that's what I've always heard, and that's what I believe. So he probably does go through it a lot, you know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know. I'm just, I'm assuming a lot in this. But I just feel like that as far as like seeing the case being closed and everything, I feel like with the spiritual battle, the more he pushes away from God, and the more that he kind of like kind of sets that to the side, I feel like the bigger the hole is going to get within his heart. You know what I'm saying? For me, like being a Christian and believing in God, like kind of gives me a singular focus. And I feel like when to me, it fills that hole in my heart. Like all these things that he's talking about, like it kind of, for me, it feels that for me. So I feel like the way that the case could be closed officially would be is if he decided to believe, as hard as it is to do. And I know that from personal experience, you know what I mean? Not everybody is like a Christian the time they was born, and not even the people that was born a Christian. Not everybody believes 100% their whole life. Everybody questions God. Everybody has things that happen to them. You could be the best Christian ever, and something will happen to you and be like, God, where you at? What you doing? And usually at the end of the day, everything will work out. We may not see what's going on behind the scenes, but usually it does. But anyways, that's just like how I feel. I feel like that hole that he describes, you know what I mean? Like battling all the time. I feel like it would just be fixed if he would just quit battling and, decide to believe.
I escape if I never close my case. Oh my God, I keep on stressing every second that I waste is another second sooner to a blessing I won't take. But my therapist
See. He said, hold on, let me listen to that back.
That I waste is another second sooner to a blessing I won't take.
Every second he wastes is another something about missing blessings. Sorry, I blah. But anyways, he's talking about missing blessings. And see, that's like what I'm saying. He's like, it sounds like he's like talking about he knowingly is passing up blessings. He knowingly is like pushing away from God. And people do that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to believe in a God. It really is. It's hard to believe in God. I get it. But once you become like, there's it's like, I think it's Matthew chapter 7. And I talk about this one of my favorite chapters of all time in the Bible. And it basically, the gist of it is seeking you will find, and knock and he won't answer, and things like that. And the thing about it is, the key phrase in those passages, those verses, is basically to seek and to knock. And you got to wholeheartedly, like, you can't, like, when you knock on a door, for example, you can't just barely tap and hear somebody answer. You got a full blown knock so somebody can hear you. You know what I'm saying? When you're seeking, if you're not looking hard enough, you won't find it. So that's like the key words, I think, in those passages. And I feel like, when somebody fully commits to, okay, I'm gonna believe in you, God. Well, I'm gonna try my hardest to believe in you. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna do everything I should. Main thing is praying and trying to have a relationship with God. That's your base point as a Christian. Just try to have a relationship with God. Start talking to him. Be like, hey, dude, how you doing? My name's Trevor. And you just literally talk to him like he's a person. And I guarantee you, if you seriously try to focus on God, then you'll get answers. That's my personal belief. And he even says in the Bible that he promises to show up. If you wholeheartedly believe, he promises to show up. So that's my take on that.
I'm stressing every second that I waste is another second sooner to a blessing I won't take. But my therapist will tell me that I'm going through a stage. Yeah, it's not a stage. I just want to feel okay. Okay. Now you got my attention. I need to change a couple things cause something is missing. And what if I was a lie? Tell you everything is fine.
Okay. So this makes me think. This makes me feel like he's talking to God right now. This makes me feel like he's talking to God right now because he was like, I need to change a couple things. And then he was like, he was going off on that. So I feel like he knows, like, look at that image right there. But it feels like he knows that he's bad. Like I said, it's like he's literally speaking about his spiritual battle. I know I'm assuming, but that's what it feels like. By the way, I'm not trying to be super preachy in this, but I just feel like after the last fallen verse song we done, I kind of came in prepared to know that it was going to be something like this. So I kind of wanted to discuss it, as the gospel musician reacts guy,
And what if I was a lie? Tell you everything is fine. Every single I get closer to the grave.
Okay. Another thing too, not to keep pausing, I'm sorry, but he said that another day he gets closer to the grave and he's terrified. And that's another thing that when you become a Christian, you don't really, honestly, the fear of death honestly goes away. Like, obviously, I don't want to die. I want to live as long as I possibly can. I want to try to have the best life I can, and God doesn't want us to think, oh, okay, I'm okay with dying. You know what I mean? But you do have comfort in the fact that when you die, you're going to go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really scared of death. So that's another problem that could be fixed if he chose to believe. You know what I'm saying? That scream. Okay, yeah, so he's definitely struggling with like he's pushing, in my opinion, he's pushing hard against being a Christian, you know what I'm saying? So, and this video is another video that's kind of like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely a video that is on the more sadistic side, to be completely honest with you. But he, first of all, let me comment on this before I go any further. The music is amazing. He is an amazing artist. He is sick at putting together the hip hop and the rock genre. He does crazy, like, he's doing a very good job. Honestly, he's doing a very good job of explaining a spiritual battle. You know what I'm saying? He is. Unfortunately, it seems like right now he said he was praying to a God that he didn't believe. And that's the key. You know what I mean? If you don't believe in God, praying is pointless. Like, I think a lot of people kind of get that confused. They're thinking, okay, like if I just, I don't believe in you, God, but I'm just going to pray to you and hope that something happens. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You have to actually like you have to put in the work to believe in God. And like I said, you do pray. That's how you get started, right? You do start a dialogue with God, but you don't like be like, okay, God, make me a millionaire, and if you don't make me a millionaire, I'm not going to believe in you. If you don't do this for me, I'm not going to believe in you. You can't have that mentality. Like when it comes to praying and all that stuff, you start with having a dialogue with God. Hey, God, I'm Trevor. I know I've done some things that's not good. I just want to, I just want to talk to you, and literally the key to it is having a relationship with God, so you act like He's your friend, like genuinely. Just talk to Him like He's your friend. But hey, dude, I just I just wrote this sick song. Like if I was Ronnie, I'd be like, dude, I just wrote this sick song, And I wrote this song that I was talking about my spiritual battles, and I was just, gonna tell you about it. And I wrote this lyric, and you know what I'm saying? You just literally talk to God like He's a real person. And after you start to develop that relationship, I promise in your heart, you'll start believing. Like you'll genuinely start believing in God. And I know that sounds crazy. And like I said, I ain't trying to be a preacher. I'm just doing the gospel musician reacts thing. So I do what you want to do what you feel right in your heart. But I'm just saying my perspective, and y'all know what y'all getting into by clicking the title. But that's what I would say. So anyways, moving on. But yeah, the music is fire. Another key word is he's searching for a way out. Searching for a way out. What did I just say? Seeking you will find. Another thing about the seeking you will find and the searching thing is you know where to look. The thing is, you know where to look. You just got to look with both eyes open. Is that his daughter or something? Man, if that's his daughter, he's got a beautiful little girl. Hey, that's a blessing right there. All right, that was fire. Okay, so like I said, this song was like this is a preachy video for me. So I apologize for that. Usually I try to keep the preaching to a minimum, but this is just a song that required preaching. You know what I'm saying? We got 17 minutes of me talking. So I apologize. But hey, this was a fire song. Like this was genuinely a good song. And yes, there was a lot of like as far as the video goes, there was a lot of sadistic kind of stuff going on, and I'll say that. But like I said, this is like a song about someone that's going through a spiritual battle, and that's how I take it. That's my perspective. That's my, it may be a different angle. Please don't argue with me in the comments. That's just me giving my perspective, which is what reactions is all about. Yeah, I think I've done about said everything I can say about this. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for suggesting me following in reverse, because I enjoy their music a lot. Like I enjoy Ronnie's music a lot. Like I said, it sounds absolutely amazing. And honestly, I can get behind somebody that's like singing about their spiritual battle, because it's they're being vulnerable, So I respect it. And I definitely want to do more. So just keep suggesting them. Tell me what I should do next. So yeah, love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.